Morning, Rock Hill. Pastor Kyle with the Monday morning sermon recap. Yesterday was a sweet day of worship together, and we looked at Paul's prayer in the second half of Ephesians chapter 1. After laying out some just incredible truths in the first half, he bows his head and he prays for the Ephesians. The first thing he does is he thanks God for the faith that they have in Jesus Christ, for the love that they exhibit one to another. And then he prays that they would know three things, that they would know the hope to which they have been called, that they are God's glorious inheritance, that they would know Christ's power and sovereignty over all things, and that they would know their role as the ones who demonstrate the presence or the fullness of Christ, and that fullness is meant to spread to the ends of the earth. But one of the things that we talked about was the kind of knowing that Paul prays for them. He says, I pray that the eyes of your heart would be enlightened, or that you would have the eyes of your heart enlightened, that you may know what is the hope to which you have called. The eyes of your heart. He's talking about spiritual sight. He's talking about a kind of knowing that goes beyond merely intellectual assent to that of treasuring the sweetness, of experiencing the goodness and the beauty of these truths. And so I used an illustration with the Werther's Original Candy. If you missed it, this was the week we handed out candy. But it's very different to know that a particular piece of candy, say this Lifesaver, is sweet. You could describe its properties, you could talk about its ingredient list, you could talk about how it was made, or you could take the piece of candy and you could put it in your mouth. And that's a totally different kind of knowing. A knowing that goes beyond knowing about to actually experiencing and tasting the sweetness of that particular candy. And so the kind of knowing that Paul prays for the Ephesians is that they would taste and experience the sweetness of these incredible truths. You can know about God, or you can know God. You can know about the hope to which He has called you, or you can know the hope to which He has called you. And when you know it the second way, it changes everything.